Category is Desert Island Fantasy. Don't get washed up. First up, Judge Juicy.
They call me Judge Juicy because the verdict always goes in my favor. My desert island chic look is all about layering and bringing some style to the runway. I've just crash landed on the island and I'm ready to start collecting fossils.
Nice helmet.
Duly noted.
For my desert island fantasy look, I am living my Sailor Moon truth, honey. I am fighting evil by daylight and I am getting numbers by moonlight. You won't want to know where my moonstick's gone.
Sun's out, one's out. Nook's Fanny.
I'm serving Victorian small boy realness. Forget all this kind of apocalypse chic. I'm reminding you of the good old days. Think long days at the beach, Enid Blyton chic.
Did she just show us her tackle?
Small boy stunning.
Henny, Holmes, Dezyna.
So my first look, I've crash landed in a custom couture top.
That's quite a gash.
I take my medicine, then I get fully mummified. Those bandages are tight. You can see all my curves and swerves.
Mummy has arrived.
She's fabulous and ready for Coachella.
She looks a little shellfish. Category is Sal Jones Executive Realness. Judge Juicy.
Silence in the court, a real queen has appeared. I've got my gold monocle, my turnip-filled billionaire hat and boots, and I feel like I've just sold 1 million turnips at 9 p.m. on a Saturday evening.
I own 51% of these turnips.
Turn that money can buy you class.
Putting the nasty into dynasty. Duly noted.
Ding dong, I've got a package. Now, it's safe to say I slightly misread the assignment, but I think this gay postman is here to deliver everyone's gay card.
I wonder if her pussy is named Jeff.
More like Mrs. Gaggins.
Nook's Fanny.
Oink oink bitches, I'm serving capitalist pig. Mama's got a brand new hat and loads of money to spend, but I'm not going to give you any.
I think we're only pork scratching the surface with this crew.
It's spend, 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 but none of it's for you. I'm a dirty little money pig.
Sausage rolls. Henny Holmes Dezyna.
I'm just starting out as a baby on this runway.
I am goo goo gaga for this look.
So I pick up the money, I'm a trust fund kid. I've got a tash, I've got a monocle, I'm rich, I'm new money.
Once you can't stop.
I think I look fabulous. It's maybe a little bit masculine, but it takes all sorts.
I think I can see her bush. No, wait, it's just a hedge fund. Category is Custom Couture Eleganza. I made it myself. Judge Juicy.
For my custom couture eleganza look, I've rushed together a sexy see-through top. I'm a visual artist, not a seamstress. And although I'm a bit worried the judges will think it's just another bustier and a skirt, which it is, I believe they'll recognize a raw talent at play here.
Legs for days, ears for Easter.
I bet the other queens are hopping mad.
Duly noted.
This look is a tribute to my drag mother, Sasha Velour. I'm wearing a hideous wig because it's the only one I could find, but I think this screams how emotional I am. The original plan was to drop a bunch of cherry blossom on the floor, but it didn't work indoors. At least it wasn't dead butterflies.
Sasha, I hardly know her.
Womp womp. Here comes trouble. It's Nook's Fanny.
I'm serving Disney princess fantasy. I might not be able to sew, but I'm bringing it with my cute little princess butterfly. There's some rough edges to this, but hopefully nobody will notice because I'm holding a butterfly. I'm a Rapunzel dream. Long hair, don't care.
This queen's used to spreading her wings. From Yorkshire, it's Henny Holmes Dezyna.
It's totally awesome.
So I'm just squiddling down the runway in my little frog costume, and all these bitches are thinking, what? Frog? Couture? And then I'm like, kiss me, bitch, I'm a princess.
Look at that hat. She's crowning.
And then I'm just wiggling down the runway with my ass hanging out, but it's juicy. It's juicy. I know it's juicy.
Is that her native fruit?
It's Couture. My crown's Couture. I'm already wearing a crown. I know I'm fabulous.
How many bells will Timmy and Tommy give you for that, Peach?